You build houses, you plant crops, you give every settler a bed, and somehow your settlement happiness is still stuck at 72%. Your settlers keep complaining, Preston Garvey keeps showing up, and the Benevolent Leader achievement suddenly feels impossible. So what is actually going on here? Today we're breaking down the hidden mechanics behind settlement happiness in Fallout 4, how the game calculates happiness, what secretly lowers it, and the one trick that makes reaching 100 happiness much easier than most players think. Most players think settlement happiness works like this. More stuff equals more happiness. More beds, more turrets, more crops. But the system in Fallout 4 actually works very differently. Your settlement happiness is based on the average happiness of all your settlers. And each settler has a maximum happiness they can reach, depending on whether their needs are met. Which means if even one requirement is missing, your settlement might never go above a certain happiness level. And that brings us to the 4 basic needs every settler has. Every settler in Fallout 4 has 4 requirements. If all 4 needs are satisfied, the settlement naturally trends toward 80 happiness. Not 100, just 80. Reaching anything higher requires bonus happiness sources. Here's what they are. Beds. Each settler needs 1 bed. Sounds simple enough. But something here is already wrong. These beds are outside. And in Fallout 4, that means they're not sheltered. If a bed is exposed to rain, the game considers it unsheltered, and the settlement can't reach its maximum happiness. So if you've ever wondered why your settlers complain despite having plenty of beds, check the roofs. If you're on PC, you can check if a bed is sheltered by using the console. Open the console, click on the bed you want to check, and type GetAV334. 1 means sheltered, 0 means unsheltered. Food. Every settler needs 1 unit of food production. So if your settlement has 15 settlers, you need at least 15 food. And the crops must actually be worked by settlers. Unassigned crops don't count. This is where large settlements sometimes suddenly lose happiness. A settler gets reassigned or killed during an attack, and suddenly food production drops. Food coming through supply lines also counts, because connected settlements share their workshop resources. Water. Water works almost the same way as food. Every settler needs 1 unit of water. If you have 20 settlers, you need at least 20 water production. Water pumps, purifiers, and industrial purifiers all count toward this number. Unlike crops, water production does not require a settler to be assigned. As with food, water requirements can also be satisfied through supply lines. So if 2 settlements are connected and one produces enough food and water for both, the other settlement can still stay happy even if it produces none itself. The workshop menu might still show 0 production locally, but the resources are coming through the supply network. Defense. Defense is responsible for 2 things. Your settlement needs at least 1 defense for every settler. If you have 12 settlers, you need at least 12 defense. Meeting this requirement allows the settlement to reach its full base happiness potential. Adding more defense beyond that does not increase happiness, but it reduces the chance of settlement attacks. Many players aim for defense roughly equal to their food and water combined just to keep settlements safer. So if all 4 needs are satisfied, settlers should be happy. Except that's not actually enough to reach 100 happiness. So where does the other 20 happiness come from? That's where bonus happiness comes in. To reach 100 happiness, you need objects that provide bonus happiness. These include stores like bars, restaurants, clinics, clothing stores, or general stores. These are unlocked through the local leader perk, and some of them provide surprisingly large happiness bonuses. Bars and clinics are especially good, but the most important thing to understand is this. Bonus happiness is shared across all settlers. So if a building provides 10 happiness and your settlement has 10 settlers, each settler only gets 1 happiness point, which means the more settlers you have, the harder it becomes to reach 100%. Let's say you build a huge settlement with 25 settlers. Even if you add several stores, the bonus happiness gets divided between all of them. So the happiness increase becomes extremely small. This is why many players hit a wall at around 85 to 90 happiness in large settlements. The game isn't broken. The math just works against you. And this is also why the easiest settlement for 100 happiness are tiny ones. The description of the achievement is actually misleading. It says, reach maximum happiness in a large settlement. But the size of the settlement is completely irrelevant for the achievement. If you have the Automatron DLC, there's another problem. Robots. Robots always have exactly 50 happiness. They never go up, they never go down. And because settlement happiness is an average, every robot pulls the entire settlement closer to 50%. So if you have several robots in a settlement, hitting 100 happiness becomes nearly impossible. This is one of the most common reasons players fail the Benevolent Leader achievement. There are also several hidden rules that can cap happiness without the game clearly telling you. For example, if settlers don't have food or water, their happiness can drop dramatically. Beds that aren't sheltered can prevent settlers from reaching high happiness. And if settlers feel unsafe because of low defense, happiness will slowly decline. These issues can silently block your settlement from ever reaching the maximum. So what's the easiest way to reach 100 happiness? Remember, bonus happiness is shared between all settlers. Which means the trick is simple. Use as few settlers as possible. Here are 3 strategies depending on if you have the local leader perk at 2nd level, the Vault-Tec workshop DLC, or the Wasteland workshop DLC. Local leader perk. If you have local leader level 2, you can build the restaurant, which provides 40 bonus happiness. Here's the setup. Use a settlement with 2 settlers. One settler runs the restaurant. The other works on crops to produce food. Then build 2 sheltered beds, a water pump, and at least 1 turret for defense. With all basic needs satisfied, both settlers reach 80 happiness. The restaurant provides 40 bonus happiness total. Divided between 2 settlers, that means 20 bonus happiness each. 80 plus 20 equals 100 happiness. Vault-Tec workshop strategy. If you have the Vault-Tec workshop DLC, you can use the pommel horse. Each pommel horse provides 2 bonus happiness. Set up a settlement with 1 settler, assign them to crops so they produce food, then build 1 sheltered bed, a water pump, and at least 1 turret. After that, build 10 pommel horses. 10 pommel horses provide 20 bonus happiness. Since there's only 1 settler, all 20 happiness apply to them directly, bringing them from 80 to 100 happiness. Wasteland workshop strategy. If you have the Wasteland workshop DLC, animals can provide bonus happiness. For example, 1 gorilla provides 20 happiness, cats and dogs provide 10 happiness each. So a single settler with 2 cats or dogs, or 1 gorilla, can reach 100 happiness once their basic needs are satisfied. You can even buy a dog from a random encounter with a guy named Gene. Each of those strategies make the Benevolent Leader achievement far easier than it first appears. Settlement happiness in Fallout 4 might seem random at first, but once you understand the system, it's actually very predictable. Meet the 4 basic needs, add bonus happiness, keep the population small, and avoid robots if you're chasing 100%. Follow those rules and your settlers might finally stop complaining. Well, at least until another settlement needs your help. If you learned something new, leave a like. And if you want to see more facts, mechanics, and weird Fallout glitches, check out the videos on screen. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, stay radiated, and I'll see you in the next video.